Okay, so first review of the year. I know this game came out last year, but I wanted to wait for the game to be fully finished rather than chapter by chapter on the Apple Arcade. Because, like, I had this last time, and I mean, it got to the point where I never actually played it. Where I saw Bendy and the Ink Machine, and it looked good, and I'm like, oh, that looks good. That, you know, it's kind of like Cuphead. It's in the 1960s rubber hose cartoony animation, except it's in, well, it's not black and white, I guess black and brown. It's got the monochrome filter over the top. And then it's like, okay, we played the demo where you get the 6 things and you put them on the pedestals and start up the machine, and that's it. That's your lot. Oh boy! So when's the full game coming out? It's not. What do you mean? It's chapter 1. How far's that go? Well, you start up the ink machine, you fall, like the flooring gives way into like a lower floor, and then you'll go around that lower floor, and then you'll actually see Bendy, and that's the end of the chapter. How many chapters are there? Probably 5. So you're probably waiting about a year. Well, I kind of don't want to wait a year. I'll come back when it's finished, which it got finished last year. No, it got finished in 2019, I think. But because I was waiting so long, I ended up never playing it. So that's the problem with chapter-based games. Boys, it's complete. It's complete, and I played it recently, and now we're going to do it. So yeah, that's why I wanted to wait for it to be complete so that I could just play it all together, rather than like beating the first Siren and being like, oh god, that was good, I can't wait for the second Siren, I'm really excited, when's the second Siren? About 5 months. There's one Siren! Yeah, but about 5 months. Ah, fuck. So that was one reason, and the other reason is I got the limited run special edition for the Switch that came with this nice steel bookcase and all this other cool shit that you're seeing on screen. So, because I didn't get that till late December, by that point I was already working on the top 5 and bottom 5, so it was too late. But we're here now, so we can begin now. Also, holy shit, Spyro! That video length, a short review? Yeah, I know, right? It's really because of what this game is, and that is more Shantae. Like, 90% of this game is Shantae plus more. And after playing all of them, and reviewing all of them, well, not the first one on the Game Boy, but Revenge, Pirate's Curse, and Half Genie Hero, especially the latter 3, where like they've basically been using the same Xbox 360 controls for Pirate's Curse, Half Genie Hero, and now this one. I don't have any more to say on certain things, as these things remain unaltered. Not that that is a bad thing, it's just more, there's only so many times you can say the exact same thing exactly. Like, I could just take the Half Genie Hero review and copy and paste the lines and you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. So we'll start with the music. It's the same great music as previous Shantaes, with its own version of Burning Town, as it's a standard in Shantae now. And not much more to say on that. It's the same composer, and it's the same good music, and it's nice. it's the same great style as in the previous Shantaes, like with the model for Shantae herself being the exact same model with the exact same model, not models, the exact same model with the exact same animations as in Half Genie Hero. Like, you get side by side, they are the exact same. So everything just looks as good as always. A nice, bright, vibrant tropical area, well-designed enemies for more reasons than one. Enhance, 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 enhance. It is, once again, what you would expect. However, there is one exception to this, which is the new, and I hope they bring it back, fully animated cutscenes, animated by Studio Trigger of Kill la Kill fame, and they look amazing. They are short, but seeing these, just like this one on the stage, seeing these, hey Studio Trigger, I don't know what you're doing right now, like you seem to kind of go off the radar a bit since Kill la Kill, but seeing these for as short as they are, can we just get like a full Shantae anime, please? Because they came out so well, and when they do get that little voice acting, because not all of them have voice acting, but when we do also get the voice acting with these cutscenes, they are damn good. I mean, you know, I am slightly disappointed though, as where it's like Half Genie Hero, we got some costumes for Shantae, like Mighty Switch Force and that ninja. You know, you animated the cutscenes, so where's my Ruko costume for Shantae? I mean, I'm more of a new Harmonia girl myself, but you know, Ruko is the main character, so I doubt we would get new. But I mean, I wouldn't mind new, you could do both. But, you know, they made the cutscenes way forward. Let Shantae be dressed like this. You've already made jokes about pretty much going over the age rating, like this one. Just let her wear this outfit. And I mean, if you went for new is in a full pink dress, so that's not even scantily clad to the part where you'd see her tits. So, like, you could get away with that. You could do that. They animated your cutscenes. Go on. Make that DLC. I'll give you $5 for that.
Don't lose your way. Your mind, we have to be as one. Don't be afraid. Must be done. This is the way. We'll dance through the danger and fly away to the stars.
Say it with me. It's the same as the others. Within 2 minutes of starting the game, I was like, okay, what are the controls? Remembering what the controls were from Pirate's Curse and Half Genie Hero, and being like, okay, this is whip, this is jump, and so on. Right, same things. Yep, whip, jump, crouch, crouch whip. And we do not have the power to transform yet. But it's all the same controls. Alright, so that's good, all the same controls from Switch. And as you can see there, within the first 30 seconds of the stream, we were flowing as if we had never left. If you have played all the others, then you are going to pick this up instantaneously. Unlike all the others, they are nice and tight and nothing feels floaty or any of that. It's just the same as ever. They are nice and tight and they work and they're great, so don't fix what isn't broken. Need me to say it again? Or do you want to sing along with me? It's the same gameplay as all the other Shantaes, barring Pirate's Curse, which had a different moveset. But here it's the same as her normal loadout. She whipped that hair back and forth, she buy the silky cream to make it stronger. You have items like the bubble shield and the fireball for magic, and she can shake it, baby, to transform into a variety of animals. Of course, each needs at least one new gimmick, and with this, we not only have one, but two, and both are great. The first is a compliment to her dancing, taking the idea of Risky's gear from Pirate's Curse, which allowed for quick chaining combos and combining the different pirate items to make like this bit here in the, it's not Pirate's Lair, what is it? It's like the final castle where the Pirate King set up, like Scuttletown Castle, Scuttletown Palace, but this is where you need to like chain run, into glide, back into run, to smash through the wall with the sword, back into a glide. And they've taken this idea of chaining all of these items together and incorporated it into not only the base game as in Pirate's Curse, but also complementing her dancing as well. So not only is the transformation dancing there, but then you can chain that dancing into this new thing, which comes in the form of coins. Each coin has an animal in it, so it's more aesthetic to what Shantae does by turning into animals, and these animals are attached to a specific command. Like if we take the first coin you get, for example, which is the dash newt, it's like Risky's boots where you can perform a dash, and all you've got to do this is press the right trigger. You don't have to do a dance, you just press the right trigger, you are instantaneously transformed, and you dash in whichever direction you are facing, and you can stick to a wall. And as you go through the game, as you get more coins, you can combine these different coins with the dances and other coins. So like the second coin you get, for example, which is this drill shell thing. I mean, they don't call it a mollusk, but it looks like a clam. It looks like a shellfish to me, so I don't get why they call it this. But this one allows you to dig into the sand, but with this area here, you can dig into the sand, go rocketing up through the sand to get that little extra height in your jump, and while you are out of the sand rocketed up into the air, you can then press the dash button to turn from the mollusk into the newt to dash onto the wall, to stick onto the wall. So all of these tie together nicely, and it makes it feel like Pirate's Curse, but again, rather than just saying, oh well, Risky needs your help, so you get her hat and you get her boots, the coins make it more, more cohesive to what Shantae does. Shantae turns into animals, so by extension these coins would also make you turn into animals. So that's great, and I think Pirate's Curse was one of my favourites, and I do like the idea of bringing the Pirate's Curse fast-paced, chaining all these different abilities together to get through certain sections. And this is also amplified as, unlike Pirate's Curse, the map goes for a more Metroidvania style of game, where the map is fully connected, and as you unlock new dances and new coins, you will get new ways to explore the map. So like with the dash newt that can stick to walls, you might see an area up there, oh I can't reach that, then you dash newt onto it, you stick onto the wall, and then you're climbing up this secret pipe in the middle of the map somewhere, and bam, it's a shortcut. It's a brand new shortcut to allow you to get from all the way up here to all the way down here really quick, rather than going the long way round. So basically, you just took all the best bits of Pirate's Curse and Super Metroid and smashed them into one. So thank you for making it Metroid. I think that the Metroid style probably is my favourite style, especially because of the coins. Like, I always thought in Risky's Revenge when you chain the combos like in Mudbog Island, or you chain the combos in the final palace, that these things could have probably benefited from like allowing you to access more secret areas, more hidden areas, and in this game they do, so yes. And the second new gimmick is the card system. Much like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, so I guess we were just like looking at Metroidvanias those days. We were literally just playing Bloodstained the day we came up with this. Like Symphony of the Night, or its new counterpart, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, upon slaying a monster, there is a chance that you get their soul, and as such, their power for consuming the soul. In Shantae, this comes in the form of cards. The quick aside, I got the limited run version as mentioned, and they come with this deck of cards, and these are some of like the nicest high quality canvas cards that I've seen. Like, there is way more effort put into these cards than actually should be, considering they are just supposed to be pieces of cardboard. They're made of, like, if I kind of like tilt the camera slightly, they're made of like this fabric. You can see like the cross stitching, like this canvas material, and they're solid. They're actually like a proper high. I actually want to know how much these cost, because like they are way better than you would actually think they would be for just like a random deck of cards that you got in like this limited run pack, when the main big items are the physical copy of the game, this steel bookcase which is going to drive the price up, the physical version of the soundtrack. So like those are your big ticket items. So I'd really like to know how much these cards were, because they seem like a big ticket item as well, but they didn't really drive up the price of that limited run thing. It was about the average price of what you'd expect for a physical copy, the steel bookcase and the physical soundtrack. But anyway, back to the cards. They come in the form of killing enemies, and upon death, an enemy has a chance to drop a card, and when you kill a certain number of that enemy type, you will unlock their power. For smaller enemies like the bats or the snakes, you usually need 9. For the stronger, more uncommon enemies like the mermaids, you only need 3. And these are all passive powers that augment aspects about both yourself and the magic that you've got. In terms of things like yourself, for example, the mermaids give you master swim speed. So if you equip that, you will be swimming a lot faster when in the fish transformation. Early on, I found 2, and this is where it comes into this fantastic idea of a loadout. Early on, I found 2 of the new powers that augment a new magic spell called the Super Ball, and putting both ball speed, which means it comes out faster, it bounces around faster, and it stays on the screen for longer. By equipping both ball speed and ball power in 2 of the slots, it went from a childish joke of, haha, let me hit you with my balls, to an actually decent, devastating weapon. Well, I mean, look what it did to Risky when I first saw her. I have the power of Super Balls. Definitely not sexual. Oh, we're out. You can't have that much HP left, to be fair. She got destroyed by my balls. This is a great addition, as like in Bloodstained or Symphony of the Night, it allows you to personalize your playstyle. You know, if you don't particularly like the balls, maybe you only want a physical build. You can build with cards like the Water Lily Siren that everybody wants to pollinate to give you even more melee damage. You don't like physical? You can go for a full magic build that reduces magic consumption, gives you a bigger magic pool. So it's only a very slight thing, but it just adds that extra layer, and for some, even more replayability, as you can play the game once pure melee, then you could play the game a second time pure magic, and then you could play the game a third time with whatever. So I do like this Bloodstained Symphony of the Night style, where upon death they will give you their power, and you can have a couple of slots to mix and match whichever powers you like, so that everybody's playstyle is different, and it just creates this whole build loadout thing, so that like no replay would be the same. Or if you were like watching one person play it, like myself, and then you go watch another person play it, we could be playing completely differently, because me and the straw man would have a different play style. So that's great. So, my final verdict for Shantae and the 7 Sirens is a really good 4 out of 5. It was almost a 5 out of 5. It was almost perfect. It's just more fun Shantae gameplay, and it would have got it if it wasn't for the loading screens that you just can't ignore. They're fucking abysmal. Being that this started as a mobile game, when loading an area, it has a long, and I mean a long loading screen, which you would think they'd fix it for the PC, because, you know, here's me with Mega Streamer PC, so why is it still taking the loading all of Soliana? Yeah, that's real bad. Oh boy, that's real bad. Oh. And every big area is like that. Every big area is like that. And it got to the point, like, on my first impressions, which I edited because we turned this into a full series, that when I'm doing the editing, I have to cut out all those loading screens. It's just like, oh, there's a loading screen. That's like a whole minute. That's like a whole 60 seconds. We can just right off the recording. So, like, way forward, can you please fix that? Can you instill an update on that? I don't know if you can or not. I don't know what causes that. I don't know if it's like the bigger, more open world Metroid map. I don't know, but if you can you please fix the loading of all of Soliana, please? But aside from that, it's more of that great refined Shantae we know, which does bring up its future. It is clear at this point WayForward have mastered the art of 2D Shantae. There has never really been an outright bad one, and they have only improved as sequels come out, at which, you know, where we are now, we are nearly perfect. You know, aside from the loading screens, we are now at the point where we are nearly perfect. And in the form of 7 Sirens, which off the top of my head is probably my favourite one in the series. Is it? I'll have to think about that. Let me go and make some dinner, and I'll ponder that over some food while watching Northern Lion try and fail to get the Eggplant Boy to Eggplant World again in Spelunky 2.
Nope. Okay, so we... You just don't get it, do you? All you had to do. It's not screw around. Whatever, I'm taking their body all the way.
Okay, that was tasty, and yeah, definitely my favourite. In the series, I love Metroid, I love Metroid games, so I love the Metroid style that they went for. I love the Metroid map system, the dances, as well as the Pirate's Curse-like items in the form of the coins. Pirate's Curse is a very close second, but considering Seven Sirens gives you the Pirate's Curse items in the form of the coins and the dancing transformations, Seven Sirens is my favourite in the series. Seven Sirens is now my favourite Shantae game. It's that good. I love it. And while I will always look forward to more Shantae, at this point, showing complete mastery of their craft and complete mastery over 2D Shantae, I would really like to see their next outing take a foray into the world of 3D. With so many fan renders and source filmmaker animations with 3D models and of course the 3D printed statues, I think we are ready to give it a go. WayForward has already expressed the idea as recently as last year, saying that they have been pondering the idea for a while now and are willing to give it a shot, but like any good company are just likely playing with the idea till they know it will work, saying we will when we feel that the time is right, and they don't want to rush. That's great. I agree with you, WayForward. Don't rush into it. That's good. Take your time. I want you to take your time. I want to make sure that if you are going to go 3D, that your concepts for turning the girl from 2D to 3D work before going full steam ahead. And I hope it turns out as well as Seven Sirens. I hope that whatever Shantae 7, are we on the 7th one? I think we are. I think Seven Sirens is number 6. But whatever the next Shantae is, I do really wish it could be 3D. And I really want you to take your time if it is going to be 3D, because I want to see this level of quality in a 3D game. But I get it. They've never done it before. They don't have full confidence. But I think I know someone that can help.
Oh. Oh.
I mean, there is already mock-ups of a Smash render version of her and a mock-up of an amiibo. Yes, Mr. Sakurai, can you make that please? I will buy 12 of those. In fact, I will buy another 12 on top of that. I will make a coffee table out of them because that looks fucking great. Sakurai just gotta make her shake them hips in 3D. Like, if Sakurai could go to WayForward and say, I want her in Smash, and he made her shake them hips in 3D so that we could see a full 3D model in movement, and then obviously with her attacks like her hair being in a fighting game, we could see all of her transformations, all of her physical attacks, all of her magic spells in a 3D environment. That would give WayForward a huge confidence boost. Like, if they could see Shantae in Smash, that would give them a huge confidence boost, because they would have a better idea of what they're doing for a 3D title. So come on, Sakurai, you know you want to, just mail that invite right out there. I mean, hell, you know what, certainly less of an enthralling idea, but it's still kind of like, you know, we could do it. Put her in Fortnite, give her a Fortnite skin. It would be kind of jarring to see Shantae with a gun, but it would still be a 3D model, and while she would not be able to transform, you could add a belly dancing emote to see it in 3D, and you could still see like a 3D model walking around a 3D map as a proof of concept for what you would like Shantae to do in a 3D version of Scuttletown. Please, I want to see this. But in terms of Seven Sirens, that's the end. In terms of Seven Sirens, it's fantastic. It's the same great Shantae, and with the Metroid map even more. I think this one has to be my favourite in the series. A solid 4 out of 5. I love it, and that's it. And when we come back in the next review, which is the only other one in January, we're going to do Bugsnax, because I also played that last year and it barely missed out. So we're doing it right now, baby. But for now, that's the end. Thank you all for watching. If you did indeed enjoy it, please feel free to leave a like down below. It helps out. As well as, if you don't want to miss out on the Bugsnax review and any other content, there is also the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss out on those. And links below to my Twitter to see when I'm tweeting about going live. A link to my Twitch, because I do stream quite regularly on Twitch. And a link to my Discord if you want to see me edit these videos or come in and talk to me while I'm editing. And a link to my Patreon if you'd like to support me further, which 2 people have in the form of Deddy and Dark Bluefire. So thank you both very much. It really does mean a lot to me. I really do appreciate it. And I will see all of you next time for the only other review of January that is kinda bug and kinda snack. We're all gonna die. It's Bugsnax.